Have you ever seen a big family and you kind of envied them because they look like they had each other's back and they just look loving and they seem to enjoy each other. They knew how to work together. They just seem tight knit like a club or a secret society. But what if there's a dark side to this? In this episode of Breaking Curses 101, you're going to hear about a man who was actually held back by a family strongman. I'll see you inside. Hi, I'm Joy with Breaking Curses 101. I'd like you to like this video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, please, so you can know when the next video is coming out. And then share this video. I need you to share this video so this channel can grow. You're going to learn so much in this. You're going to learn so much in this video because, see, I'm learning the whole time. I was born into a big family. I think a lot of people were back in the 60s and 70s before all this birth control and abortion clinics came out. People had bigger families for good or for bad. They had big families, and you knew don't mess with a certain kid in school because even though they look scrawny, they may have had 6 or 7 other brothers and sisters that would whoop the crap out of you if you mess with them. So you didn't mess with them, okay? And then if you only had 1 or 2 people in your family, you just wished that you had a big family like that so you could have somebody to take up for you. So in this episode of Breaking Curses 101, this man, he had financial issues, stagnation issues, just a lot of issues. And he was trying to move forward in life, but he seemed stuck. He's actually a rugby player in Africa. I'll just keep it real general and say Africa because I'm trying to keep, confidentiality. So we started deep diving into the session, and ooh wee! When he joined my program, he's in my top tier program because he really believes in what I do. He's gone through my challenge, Curse the Blessing, 3 days or less, I believe. Yeah, he went through the challenge, and he saw some things happening in his life, and he just wanted to move forward. So he starts seeing results with Breaking Curses 101. Okay, so when he started the classes, he was telling me about some things that happened in his marriage. The women in the family seemed to bow down to the men. He started even seeing like this aggressive type dominance coming from his wife. But this is the thing, it started coming from his daughter. Okay. Now, when the little girls start trying to make you bow, all right, now you think it's cute until you realize, wait a minute, that's a whole spirit, and it just grows with the child. It grows in authority as you give it authority, and as the child grows in authority. So that's why these videos are great, because you can start catching behaviors in children and then squashing them before the child gets too big, okay? Before you can't do anything about it. Whenever I see female dominance, I go after the queens. Now, he actually had a dream of a man, and I'm not sure, I think it might have been his father, but like a father figure in his bloodline, bowing down to a woman, and she was like placing something on him. So he was giving his authority to this woman or whatever this queen was in his dream. So I pulled up the queen. Okay. I was like, okay, who's this queen lady? Who is a queen? He hears a scepter. I don't know these names. I don't study demonology. I don't study Egyptology. I hated history. I hated history because you had to memorize dates. I don't want to remember dates in association with events. I want to remember numbers, and only a few of them that you can put into a formula. You pop it in the formula and pop out like 2 pi r. That's what the circumference. 2 pi r. Wait. Pi r squared. Okay. Anyway, that's all I want to know. X squared plus y squared equals z squared. Anyway, that's all the numbers I want. So anyway, I didn't like history, but this is nothing but history. So y'all can go in and study this and go do the research and tell me what you come up with. And please put it in the comments. I'm giving y'all homework. Okay. This is homework. So Queen of Scepter shows up. I don't know if she's just a deity or if she is an actual queen. Okay. But the way they worship a scepter, Lord help me. Okay, clear the kids out the room. This is gonna definitely be R-rated, but most of these videos are. So y'all know, don't let the kids listen to this. So Queen of Scepter manifested. She had been there for 4 generations. People worshipped her through. Well, he got the image of a bunch of Black people naked, oiled up, and slithering across each other like snakes. What's that game people used to play? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but they were slithering around each other like snakes. Put the game in the comments, please. Thank you, because I forgot the game. Yeah, but they were slithering. He said he gave the visual of the movie 300 when people were, anyway, it was an orgy. Okay. If you saw the scene, put it in the comments. I haven't watched the movie 300. Okay. These people had gold chain link belts around their waists. He's just very visual. He's seeing them slithering all over each other. So that is how Queen of Scepter required them to worship her. So then he sees a boy named Callum. The little boy is running away. He's running away from a Norwegian woman. She's trying to catch him because she wants to sell him to an Arab man. He was also naked with a gold chain link belt around his waist. So, yeah, she was capturing him to deliver him to the Arab man in a marketplace. He bought the boy for 30 rupees. He heard 30 rupees and then he heard 30 shekels. But he heard them both, 30 rupees or shekels. The boy's family sold him to the Arab man. Now, he starts seeing lots of other boys trapped in this Arab man's property. He seemed to like that type of boy. Brown skin, curly hair. The boys were very similar. This Arab man's name is Abdul. He is a strong man. He is a spirit spouse. This is a human spirit from the ancestry. that has made a physical connection with the family and is now manifesting in each bloodline, each generation, all the way through the bloodline. He is a human spirit, not a demon. I know this stuff is wild. Most deliverance ministers cast out demons. I'm casting out human spirit strong men. Go figure. They don't have that in the deliverance books. What other deliverance ministers casting those things out? I don't know, but that's what I keep running into. They're not demons. They partner with demons, but they're not demons. I mean, it's crazy. All right, so the curses that this Arab brought in was fear. The first thing they did to that little boy when they caught him was they showed him a bunch of bodies in a pit. It stole his innocence. They betrayed his innocence. So immediately fear struck him. And that by itself was binding. The man saw himself in a golden bird cage. He saw a bracelet around his right ankle. And then he started seeing hieroglyphics. Then he saw decay and time. That means he's in the same place, but time is passing. And that's what happened to those boys. They kept the boys there. The boys grew up in the same location. Time passed, but they were in the same place, in captivity. It's a curse. So it repeats in all the ongoing generations. He's a slave. He can't go anywhere. He can't do anything. He sees himself being fed with a gold spoon. It means he's around the gold, but he'll never have it. It doesn't belong to him. The curse is you'll see it, but it's not yours. The devil is so evil. He's like, nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Psych, gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that. You know that commercial? Anyway, so all right, so then there's another strong man. His name is Amnon. He was like, I don't know, a friend or an associate of Abdul. I believe he's Arab too. He's like a scholar or a teacher. I think he was a customer. Okay. He liked, so the man started seeing boys chained up in a bathtub. This Amnon guy was tall and white. Interesting. So the man started seeing boys chained up in a bathtub, and they were taking their freedom and their innocence. Now, what they would also do is every now and then pick one of those boys. Oh, the man, he sees a moon above the man. Okay. These guys were moon worshipers, which is the precursor for Islam. Okay. Islam is, what is this? I forgot. Allah is actually, the precursor for Allah is the moon god. They worshiped the moon. He became Allah later. So this Amnon scholarly guy who likes wisdom, I don't think he thought he was very smart, but he worshiped the moon. And in order to get wisdom, he didn't read. He picked one of the beautiful boys. He killed them and ate their intestines. I'm seeing this stuff, y'all, regularly. Okay. That's what they did. They ate either brains or intestines. I think they would eat hearts. No, that's raw. That's South America. Okay. I guess the Egyptians would too, but no, this didn't come up. Hearts didn't come up here. Intestines came up here. So he ate the intestines for wisdom. He used the boys for sex, and he liked to dominate them. He liked the tall, handsome boys so he could dominate them. Their wealth was his. He takes what is theirs. He imposes fear so they can't do anything. Fear is the invisible prison that keeps them in check. How does he make them afraid? He makes them watch other boys get eaten by snakes. That's just sick. That's how they kept these boys in check. So I said, what did they steal? The man who's trying to get delivered, he sees a golden arrow from heaven. It's for the nations. This man is supposed to have an impact on the nations at a young age. It's his destiny. God wants to release his destiny back to him. So check it out. The legal rights for Abdul to own boys in this man's bloodline is a sexual contract. The man's ancestors in Africa, I think somewhere, I don't see an exact location in Africa, but they were afraid of the Arabs. So they wanted to make a peace contract. So this bloodline, this family chose an offering. Abdul, the Arab, he didn't want money. Money comes, money goes. He wanted flesh. So this man's bloodline, he sees where this family who had riches, they had wealth, they made a pact, and it was ratified by a daughter. So the head of the family approved for his daughter to be sent as a peace offering to this man for sex. So they made a sexual contract. And then, so the girl, she performed her duty. And it seemed like she was dressed for the occasion. They actually seemed to use this girl for that. She was consecrated for that. And they voted to give her to this man, and then she got pregnant, gave birth, and they gave him the baby. So now he owns the bloodline. Okay? It was a form of human trafficking. And this man said before his session, what came up, I believe, when he took Fight Witchcraft and Win, was his family was involved in sex trafficking in their ancestry, in their lineage. That's crazy. So I said, so Abdul, why did you want this baby? Well, Abdul wanted this particular bloodline because they were the best. Those people, they traded people. Man, they didn't care nothing about your money. And the crazy thing is, that's what happened in Africa with the slave trade. They just gave away their people. Like, they did not value their own people. Flesh is the most valuable. People are more valuable than money. But here in America and all over the world, people value cash more than they value People. It's bad. That's why people have abortions. And you don't figure out till later, wait a minute, I could have used an extra couple of people in my family. If I knew the first couple was going to be tripping, if I knew, at least I would, if I kept having the kids, maybe somebody would have been there for me. I know most of y'all are young people that are watching this. Not too many people, not too many older people watch stuff like this, but and they probably wouldn't want to with all the stuff I just talked about. But anyway, this man comes from a family of sex traffickers. All right. He didn't know that. He didn't know that. So anyway, this Abdul, this Arabian Abdul, who worshiped the moon, took the baby because the bloodline was the best in the village. They had the gift of leadership. He wanted that. He wanted that. Okay. But this is the catch. The whole family voted to send the daughter. And this is the thing. This family, once the family decides what to do, you can't get out of it. It's like a family pact. And their idea is there's strength and power in the household. It's a numbers thing. Nobody steps out of line. And then the man starts to see this big ogre. He said he got one eye bigger than the other. He looks kind of crazy. Anyway, like there's a cartoon with people like that. And but he's a big black ogre with big eyes and a pot belly. And he's a strong man. Nobody steps out of line. The strong man says everybody must be tied together. He must not step out. So this is the curse that's over this man. He's not allowed to step out of line from the family. Like this demon is there to hold him in the family. His destiny must be the household's destiny. This demon said, I killed his father. They would tie the young man to sticks. So he said, it's you against all of them if you step out. That means if you want to do your own thing, now the family has turned against you and it's their job to take you out. All right. It sounds like mercy. That's where mercy killings come in. If you step out against the family, they're in line to take you out. And that's what you see in a lot of Muslim families. If somebody steps out of line, they're coming to get you. If you decide you want to become a Christian, they're coming to get you. Okay. And they feel like it's their job to kill you. And it's okay. Like it has to be that way. Anyway, there's like a slave contract to the family. So y'all are looking at families and it could be, let's take Meghan and Harry. So Meghan married into the royal family, and next thing you know, they're trying to she's having suicidal thoughts and everything, trying to live in that castle and all that stuff. And they're coming to get her. This stuff is crazy. So Harry's like, we got to get out of here. I got to get my wife out of here. I wish I got my mother out here. So now he's reliving the trauma of Princess Diana being targeted because she stepped out of line. Okay. In these families, you can't step out of line. Anyway, so because he stepped out of line, he gets judgment. It frustrates him. And there's nobody, he said, the demon says, there's nobody else but my will. He ties up the men. So in reality, it ties him to his aunt. Like he has this obligation to the aunt because when his father lost his parents or something like that, the aunt raised him and she paid for his education. So now the son is indebted to the aunt because she helped his dad, like all kind of ridiculous mess like that. Anyway, so, and then there's a curse on the men that they die early. And then he sees a bunch of men chained to the trees. It says he can kick and struggle, but he'll stay in one place. That's messed up. His destiny is in the desert sands. And then he sees a jar that's stuck in sand. It's called the sands of time. His destiny is in a glass jar in the sands. Oh, wow. And the sacrifices to the family strong men are the children. They put them in a gourd. Oh my gosh. They put the children in a gourd and they suffocate them for wisdom. It's so much child sacrifice in Africa. It ain't funny. Okay. I know we're doing it a different way in America. Y'all doing it a different way in South America. Okay. There's child sacrifice everywhere. Okay. So the daughter who was offered to the Arabian, was actually used as currency. She was set apart for that purpose. Have you ever felt like a piece of property? A lot of women feel that way because that's how they see you. And if they can't use you to broker some kind of exchange, I guess that's where the dowry comes from. I mean, like, why should somebody have to pay for you? I mean, anyway, it's crazy. And if you can't come up with a dowry, then you can't have the girl. What? Like, it's extortion. Woo wee! Like, you a piece of property. Okay. All right. So the curse that was on the young men and the family is they are treated as beasts of labor. Their strength is used to benefit others. And you see that in slavery. The young men are only used to exert their strength and energy and resources and even their semen for the benefit of the master. Their babies belong to the master. Their strength is being used to make the master wealthy. Their knowledge and strength is used to build. So slaves built America. Slaves built Egypt. Okay. Anyway. So I'm going to stop there. Do you have a family strongman? Is there a tight grip on you? Because of fatherlessness in America, you're not going to see that as much as you would in other nations where their fathers are actually in the home. I know it's tough being a woman, but if you can actually work it out and keep the man in the home, that's great. But I mean, it's different. I know a lot of my audience is American, but let me hear from the Africans because I know it's true. I know it's true in other nations and in other continents, other parts of the world where the fathers stay in the home. And definitely if you're in Islam, definitely if you're a Muslim, that tight grip from the fathers in the family, I'm sure this definitely applies to you. So yeah, so you know how it goes. We had to take all the blood off the altar and break all these contracts. And apparently he's making money. Money is flowing. We just got to get more to flow. All right. So let me hear your comments. Let me hear if this is going on in your family. And if you're interested in deliverance, I have one of the best self-deliverance platforms that ever existed. In fact, it's more than just prayers. I'm walking you through the deliverance process with videos where I explain the concepts, and then the anointing of my life makes these things makes these things come up in visions or dreams. That's my anointing, is to activate your dream life. So you listen to my videos and you're probably getting activated now. When you listen to my videos, it'll cause you to start seeing in the past. You'll start seeing what happened to your ancestry. And then you write it all down, and then I walk you through renunciations and things like that. But it's all based on what you're seeing after you listen to the program. So it's not just a list of things that you check off and say. It's nothing generic at all. Okay. It's very tailored to your bloodline, your circumstance, and the goals that you want for your deliverance. Okay, so check me out at breakingcurses101.com. We have monthly meetings that are free. You can come and ask questions, and you can start the deliverance program for as low as $25 a month. So that's all. Check it out. Oh, also you can join my Facebook group and post questions anonymously. There's plenty of people there that's going through my school that are going to be a wealth of information for you. And it's great. All right, guys, if you have any special requests, put them in the comments. I look forward to reading them. God bless you, and see you later. Start your deliverance journey today with the Breaking Curses 101 School of Deliverance. You can get delivered in the privacy of your own home. We've served over 6,000 people since 2016. So check out my link in the description below to take my free course to get started.